The calendar, currency, bureaucracy, Latin, and more. The ancient Romans left a massive influence on our modern world. Spanning 12 centuries, the Roman civilization, in the form of a kingdom, a republic, and finally an empire, would encompass half Europe. Through a combination of treaties and military strength, a small italic settlement beside the River Tiber would come to control and dominate the Italian peninsula, before leading numerous campaigns against its neighbours, assimilating everything from Hadrian's Wall to the North African coast. The Romans would spread their superior technological knowledge, their architecture, and their gods. The Romans would worship 12 major gods, although the Roman pantheon would consist of over 100 different gods and goddesses, along with countless demigods. The 12 major gods were Jupiter, Juno, Mars, Mercury, Neptune, Venus, Apollo, Diana, Minerva, Ceres, Vulcan, and Vesta. The citizens of Rome believed that if you maintained a good relationship with these gods, then they would be good to you. As a result, Roman religion was often intertwined with politics, warfare, and day-to-day life. As the Roman Republic experienced a rise in prominence, it acquired Greek territories, bringing them under its administration. The Romans would begin to adopt aspects of the Greek culture. The Roman gods and Greek gods both share uncanny similarities, albeit differing in name. The Romans effectively rebranded the Greek deities, adopting Greek myths and incorporating them into their existing gods. Zeus would become Jupiter, Ares became Mars, and Poseidon became Neptune. The gods would continue to evolve over the centuries of the Roman civilization. God of the sky, thunder, and king of the gods, Jupiter was worshipped as the chief deity. The Romans thought they would be granted supremacy over all others because they honoured Jupiter more than any other civilization. According to Roman mythology, he negotiated with Numa Pompilius, the second king of Rome, to establish the principles of the Roman religion. Like his Greek counterpart Zeus, he is identified with a thunderbolt. Jupiter's sacred animal would be the eagle, a symbol that would be seen across the Roman army on banners, armour, weaponry, and more. This eagle, known as the Aquila, would often be seen holding a thunderbolt on Roman coins. Jupiter was the brother of Neptune and Pluto, Roman equivalents of Poseidon and Hades. Each brother ruled over one of the three realms: sky, sea, and the underworld. Wife of Jupiter, mother of Mars, Vulcan, Bellona, and Juventus, and queen of the gods. Juno was the goddess of childbirth, love, and marriage. Similar to her Greek counterpart Hera, she would become the patron goddess of the Roman Empire and Rome itself. Mars, the god of war, son of Jupiter and Juno, and the most prominent of the military gods in ancient Rome, commonly identified with his Greek counterpart Ares. Unlike his Greek cousin, Mars would be associated with military power as a way to secure peace rather than destruction, destabilization. Mars would be represented in animal form by a wolf. Like his father Jupiter and his uncle Neptune, he would give his name to Earth's neighbouring planet, as well as the English confectionery in 1932. Most importantly, his iconic spear and shield would be combined to give us the symbol for the male gender today. Mercury was the son of Jupiter and Maia, a daughter of the Greek titan Atlas. He was the god of financial gain, commerce, messages, communication, luck, trickery, and thievery. As well as his many day jobs, he also had a side hustle as guide of souls in the underworld. He shares many similarities with his Greek form Hermes. Both Hermes and Mercury are depicted holding the Caduceus, a magical staff intertwined with snakes, awarded to him by Apollo. This magical staff can be seen everywhere today as a symbol for healthcare and medical practice. Neptune, brother of Jupiter and Pluto, was the Roman equivalent of Poseidon, god of the sea and fresh water, but also worshipped by the Romans as a god of horses. Neptune had a single temple in Rome, located near the Circus Flaminius, a Roman racetrack. It dated back to 206 BC. The temple was finally restored by Gnaeus Domitius Ahenobarbus in 40 BC, an event depicted on Roman coins. Interestingly, Neptune was one of the three gods who it was considered appropriate to sacrifice a bull, the others being Apollo, Mars, and Jupiter. Venus, the Roman version of Aphrodite, mother of Cupid and the consort of both Mars and Vulcan. She was the goddess of love, beauty, desire, sex, fertility, prosperity, and victory. She was thought to be the distant ancestor of the Roman people. Julius Caesar claimed he was descended from Venus. Apollo was both a Greek and a Roman god who went by the name Apollo in both pantheons. He was recognized as the god of archery, music, dance, truth, healing, disease, prophecy, poetry, sun, and light. He is credited with delivering the people from epidemics and curing them of ill health. Apollo is typically depicted carrying a golden bow and a quiver of silver arrows. He became identified with the sun in both Greek and Roman mythology, although Apollo and Sol, the Roman personification of the sun, remained separate beings. Diana, goddess of the hunt, moon, crossroads and countryside, was equated to the Greek goddess Artemis. She absorbed most of Artemis's mythology, being born on Delos to Jupiter in Latona with her twin brother Apollo. She is often considered the protector of childbirth and is symbolized by her bow and quiver, as well as a deer. Minerva was the Roman goddess of wisdom, strategic warfare, justice, law and victory. She is the daughter of Jupiter and Metis. Unlike Mars, she is not a patron god of violence. She represents defensive war only. Minerva is derived from the Greek goddess Athena and is typically depicted with her sacred animal, the owl. Ceres was the Roman goddess of agriculture, grain and fertility. She was the counterpart of the Greek goddess Demeter and is the only one of the agricultural gods to be listed among the Deconsentes, the Roman version of the 12 Olympians. She was the sister of Jupiter, Neptune and Pluto. Vulcan, the Roman equivalent of the Greek god Hephaestus, was the god of the forge, fire, volcanoes, deserts and metalworking. Vulcan was the son of Jupiter and Juno. His shrine was called the Vulcanal and was situated in the Roman Forum. It dated back to the archaic period of the Roman kings and was likely established by Titus Tatius. Vesta, or Hestia in Greek mythology, was the goddess of the hearth, home and family. She is the sister of Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto, Juno and Ceres. Vesta was rarely depicted in human form and was represented by the fire of her temple in the Roman Forum. Her festival, the Vestalia, took place between the 7th and 15th of June and was regarded as the most prominent of the Roman holidays. There are many other gods and goddesses of lesser importance in the Roman pantheon, such as Cupid, the god of love, Fama, the goddess of fame and rumour, and Lucifer, god of the morning star. Christianity was found to be irreligious and disobedient by the Romans, and after the Great Fire of Rome in 64 AD, Emperor Nero would accuse the Christians and use them as scapegoats, for which they would be persecuted and killed. Rome's official policy now tended towards persecution. The Roman Emperor Valerian would single out Christianity as a self-interested and subversive foreign cult that threatened the empire. He proceeded to outlaw its assemblies. It wouldn't be until 311 AD that Christianity's importance in the Roman Empire would be recognized when Galerius would revoke his anti-Christian beliefs on his deathbed, asking for Christians to pray for him. It would be the conversion of the Emperor Constantine I that would end the Christian persecution. Unsurprisingly, Christianity and the worship of traditional Roman gods would prove incompatible. But it wouldn't be until 380 AD that Theodosius I would make Nicene Christianity the official state religion of the Roman Empire. Did you like our video on the Roman gods? Then why not subscribe and be the first to see our upcoming videos? If you really loved it, then leave a like to let us know that you want more simply fascinating videos. In the meantime, why not watch some of our other videos?